Hi all, it's been about 2 months since we've had Starlink, so I've grabbed all the video clips, put them together, and shows the install, the app, the actual router, and our usage, and it's been pretty good so far, so enjoy the video. Cheers.
Well, time for Starlink. Well, I've actually already got it going. So this is the Mark II or version 2, the rectangular dish on its Cylon base ship thingo base, but we're not going to use that. I'm going to put it on the NBN aerial, and the standard aerial mount that looks like they've got from Bunnings. The inside dimension of that pipe's 40mm, whereas the stem on that positive locking stem for the Starlink is 33 outside dimension OD. So I've got to find a bit of pipe that fits inside that 40mm ID and for that 33mm OD to go into. So we'll see. I'll be back shortly. So back to Starlink, 5:30 on a Saturday. The Cylon base, Starlink base, and the stem that goes into the base is 33mm. And being 5 o'clock on a Saturday, not much is open in Burnie apart from Bunnings. And I looked high and low, and the closest thing I could find to work that NBM aerial connection up there, which is 40mm ID, is this 25mm PVC coupler, which is actually 33 inside and 40 out. But you can see inside there they have the little stop, and of course PVC in Australia, it tapers slightly towards the stop. So I've got a 32mm hole saw, but the kerf on the teeth come out to 33. So I'm going to bore that out. So the Starlink fits inside this, and this fits inside of that. Stay tuned. Starlink step 3. PVC 25mm coupler that I've bored out with the 32mm hole saw, which is actually like 33 with the teeth kerf, and a little bit of cleanup, and it slips on very nicely. So hopefully the outside dimension, which is 40, fits inside the NBN aerial kit, which is 40mm ID on the pipe. Stay tuned. Dish is installed. I put a little tap screw just to hold it there, but it's a nice firm fit, not too tight. Goes in all the way, and so it should be pretty good to stand up to the wind stresses. I haven't run the cable under the roof yet. I'll do that tomorrow. Just run it down the side, and I can get underneath the house real close to the external wall, and there's a coax outlet that I can run it through for tonight. And I've removed that silly free-to-air aerial, and if you've got a grey roof, use a grey deck type and do a nice job, like yuck. Invert it, turn it 45 degrees too, so it doesn't impede water flow like this one is.
Hi all, so it's been about 2 months since we've had Starlink, and I'm going to walk you through the router and what we plan to do with the router into the future. I'll also show you the Starlink app, some features of it, and our connection. And as far as internet service is concerned, it's been pretty good, considering it's low orbit satellite. So let's get to it. So this is the Starlink router. It's pretty basic. Nothing much to it. I think it has a maximum of 8 devices that can connect to it via Wi-Fi. If that's kind of maxing out for us because we have a few bits of tech. It does not have an Ethernet connection. Um, Starlink does have an adapter where you can sorry, you can plug in. It goes in before the dish, and then you plug the dish cord into it, and it has one Ethernet port in that adapter, which is kind of sucks. So we went another option, and that was to get a Wi-Fi repeater that has Ethernet connections on it. So I could connect the camera, the NAS, and my printer to the network, so it all shows up. As far as the cords are concerned, that's power. Just plug it in. See the little white light, lets you know it's powered up. This is to the dish. The cord's pretty long. It's about 12 meters, I think it is. We do intend to do a flagpole here, and I'll be setting the dish up on top of the flagpole. So obviously I've got to get a longer cord, and there are aftermarket cords that connect straight into this, basically just an extension, and plug into the router itself. As far as connectivity via Wi-Fi, as far as the range is concerned, it's been okay. 20 meters beyond the house, and that's about it. Getting Wi-Fi repeaters is handy. I've got ours placed in a place, placed somewhere that reaches the shed, so I can have internet in the shed to monitor things in the shed. So that's the router, and next I'll show you the app. So this is the network statistics section of the Starlink app. As you can see, it's pretty standard for what we've been having here. Latency is about right. Been experiencing roughly between 20 and 40 milliseconds of latency, which is pretty typical of low orbit satellite internet. Haven't really had any outages at all. We had one there about a month ago, but that was the entire Indo-Pacific. It lasted for like an hour and a half. Affected Australia, New Zealand, Pacific nations. So that's not really a local outage issue. Yeah, the obstructions. We've got a lot of big trees here, but thankfully, where I installed it on the house, basically, well, it says unobstructed view of the sky. At a later date, I'm going to do a flagpole on the place, and I intend to mount the dish on the top of that flagpole and get it even higher. And as you can see, it's pointing towards the south, which is all pre-programmed. It selects the best position based on the pathway of the Starlink swarm of satellites, the pathway they take, so we get consistent connection. So it should be even better as far as obstructions are concerned when I do the flagpole down the track. And I will show you the screenshot of one of the speed tests I did at the end of the video, that shows the download and upload between the dish and the router, and the download and upload between the router and a device, and in this case it's my old mobile phone.